Ira Epstein, and boy, am I early. It's 5:30 p.m. Central Time, and here I am putting out all my updates. I had family that came in for the evening from Nashville, and we're going out to dinner, so I got to be a good boy and be on my alert. My wife is already giving me the lecture. You're going to do this, you're going to do that. Do you guys realize what I'm saying, or your partner realizes? I go through this all the time. All right, so let's talk about where we're at. Today was the FOMC minutes. I realize all the other data that comes out, and it's terrible. Did you see the UK inflation? 10.1%, my God. What are they going to do? Central bankers around the world, Philippines tomorrow, look for them to raise another 50 basis points, something highly unusual there, but it's a continuation of them raising. And then we have to start worrying about what we're going to do. Now, if you read the minutes, as I did, I walked away with this. The Fed seems to be scared of tipping the economy over. They got to get inflation down, so there's that school of thoughts on part of them. The other school is, well, we don't want to go too far. Read the minutes. I think you'll walk away with that. That does not mean they're dovish necessarily. They're scared. They're trying to get a handle on what they can do, and behind the scenes, they didn't have the benefit of seeing that half-point cut in our CPI. That was great, right? When it dropped to 8.5%. The question is, will it continue? Right now, I can't imagine, if you're watching what prices have been doing, that it won't be. It should be coming down to a degree. What degree, I don't know. But even 8% is still a very high number. And there's going to be a plateau number, and that's what you got to be scared of. When the market starts plateauing, what does the Fed do? Is that number going to be at 6, 7, 8? I don't know. But I don't think it's going to be at 3, okay? I think the Fed's going to have battles for a long time, and that is the battleground for the markets. Some people say, no, it's going to take care of itself. The Fed doesn't have to go that far. Other people say, no, I realize we're going to get down because we were so high, but the plateau is going to be way higher than the Fed can live with. What do? Do they just go to quarter-point hikes indefinitely, or do they get quickly ahead of it? Obviously, if we had another strong set of jobs data, wow, that would do it. But what if this jobs data on the next report sees a big correction downward? Nobody says that. I'm saying it. We'll see. Okay. So in the S&P, we have had since June just a move to the upside. In fact, today was the first day in quite a while that we've had a down day, right? You don't get too many down days. You had one back here. That's a long time ago. When was that one? Okay, I think we can look at it. Let's get to it. Let me see if I can get the date here. I'm curious myself because you're getting so few of them. And that last one of any size was here. I said of any size, it was 17 points, and that was August 9th. So today's the 17th, so 8 days ago we had that correction. Okay. When I come over and I look at the chart action, we still have higher lows, higher highs. That is bullish. The market had a bullish crossover. With it, you went right up to the 200-day average. And guess what? Oh, my God, I forgot to tell you. That's a big resistance point. The first time you hit 200-day averages on any market, be it to the upside or downside, that you haven't hit in quite a while, being, take a look at all this. That's quite a while. It comes to life, and it should, doesn't have to, it should act as a major resistance point. That's what I think we're doing right now. You can see how it played there. You can see the Bollinger Band was right with it. Boy, do I teach that that's, just take money off the table, let the other guy play with it from that point, okay? It could keep going. We'll find a way in. If it doesn't, you got money to play whatever the next move is. What if you lose the embedded reading here? It's now got an 83. It hasn't been lost. What if? If you do, I think you're coming into this zone, wherever that's at. Remember, the 18-day average is going to climb. Each day, if you look at this value, 41.63, 41.46, it's about 17 points a day into that. So that's what it's been doing, but you're at a very important resistance. Now the 200-day average is dropping. You got that resistance zone. If you lose that, probably a correction back into that zone. Don't lose it. You got to fight and see if you can really stay over the 200-day average. I'm betting it can't. I'm also betting that whatever comes out of Jackson Hole on August 25th to the 27th is not dovish. I believe it's going to be very hawkish. The message from central bankers is to beat inflation, not to worry, are they pushing the economy into a recession? That is not what they should be worried about. The Fed has two mandates. They are employment and stability of prices. We don't have stability of prices. They've got to approach that second mandate. What about NASDAQ? Well, if you were sitting here and you were my little kitty, Ivy, I don't know where she's at today, I'd be teaching her now, Ivy, when you get to the combination of the 200-day average and the Bollinger Band, what do you want to do? And her paw should go up, a sign that we should be getting out. That's what I'd have her do. Here, you got a real problem. You lost the embedded reading. Gone. The only day you can get it back is the very next day on the close. If it's lost, the odds favor that before you take out the high that you made on this run, you'll go back to the 18-day average of closes. So, big warning sign there. Don't have it yet in the Dow. You're over the 200-day average barely. You're in that super resistance zone. Am I looking to be a buyer again? I can tell you that I told my subscribers this morning, no. I think we're through on the buy side, even though you have the embedded rating. Why? If you're a subscriber, you understand. If you've taken the enhanced Bollinger Band course, you understand. Very important. It's how many times you hit a key moving average of your entry point where you stop in futures, you don't keep pressing it. Russell, oh my God, you're on the verge of losing the embedded reading here too. So if you lose those readings, watch out. Where is this market having its trouble? I'm just going to make my point. The 200-day in the upper Bollinger Band. So what would I be telling you if you were next to me? I'd hit you with my elbow just like that, and away we'd go. In the 30-year bond, you're down to support. You want to be covering shorts here. You're down to the 100-day in the lower Bollinger Bands. It's a bear, but that's a cover zone. You're in an oversold market. Same thing in the 10-year. So I can see reason to get a bounce here. Not bullish, a bounce. Dollar index is void of trend. It's just back and forth. It's really gone from here to here, the Bollinger Band, and drifted semi-sideways this whole time. And literally from the end of July to now, it's over a month. You haven't had anything to really do if you're a true currency trader looking for the trend. And I know you're going to tell me, what are you saying? Well, it's what it's doing. Eurocurrency is the flip-flop of it. You're caught between the high and the low Bollinger Bands and going sideways. You want to make something out of that? Go on. You're not going to convince me. British pound entered or is trying to re-enter a bear camp. It hasn't done it. You've got the high with the lower and low. You're oversold, and you're fighting now 3-4 days in a row at the, what number? That line in the sand, that 18-day average. I don't know what to do with that. Bitcoin has rolled over in the August contract. Lower highs, lower lows. Now, I'm going to have to get rid of this August soon and move on to the next month as I've done in Ethereum. But you're stuck in sideways action. Don't try to make something out of nothing. In crude, we're seeing U.S. exports go near record numbers. 5 million barrels a day we're doing. A lot of it have, and you know, I'm nuts about this. I don't think we should be releasing our strategic reserves where our oil companies are then exporting oil. There's something not right here, okay? I don't understand the Biden administration. I'll never understand their energy policies because they make no sense. But you can see how the market's staying down. And as long as we've got a discount, $5, $6, according to what I read today in Reuters, it's attracting foreign buyers because it's cheaper. I don't know about that. You know, I've seen a $5, $6, $10 difference. I think it has to do with how you can't ship Russian oil to Europe, so they got to come to America, blah, blah. It's different. When I come to the Brent, well, you hit the lower band and you're getting a bounce, but there's nothing bullish or bearish here. You're void of trend. I don't see one at all. When I go to WTI, higher high, lower low, hitting a Bollinger Band and bouncing, but I don't see a trend. Gasoline's been in a downtrend. You know that. I know that. Now, if it can rally back to the 18-day average, it will form a pattern of a higher low with lower highs. So you're going to start forming a triangle coming in there. And you'll probably do that because I can't imagine we're not going to get a pickup in driving right now. It's like upstairs. I got my brother-in-law coming in. He's here now from Nashville. They drove. Other people are going to be driving. I was on the expressway this morning. One of my cars, my favorite car, I have had everything, by the way, is a smart car. I have the Brabus racing version of it. And I blew a tire on Chicago street. And to get these size tires is near impossible. I found one. The dealership that no longer sells Brabus, Mercedes, had 2 in stock. Guess who grabbed them? And then I had to put on today. You can't get these size tires. I'm getting 5-month waits everywhere I turn. And I found it. I said, yeah, I'll bet that they still have parts left. Bingo. You know me, I grabbed it. But I was on the road. Traffic is insane. It is heavy as can be. And this was early in the morning to start, and then a little later towards 9 o'clock. Whoa, I was hoping to get back to the house so I could make the Spider ETF video, which I did. My timing was great. Okay, but I don't think I want the short side of this at this point in time. Then natural gas. How could you not be bullish natural gas? You got drought, heat, all these problems going on, so that tells you. But would I ever tell a client of mine to buy an upper Bollinger Band? What's the answer? There's no chance that'll happen. None. So we're in an interesting time in the markets. You got to learn how to work with these bands because as the season picks up, and it's going to over the next 2 weeks, trading will pick up. You got to be right on top of it. Take a look at this and learn something about Bollinger Bands.